And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Today we're doing 2.3 coils, the second set of coils, I believe. Right? That's what we're doing? Or that's where this point is in the story? Let me join the voice chat.
Just, oh, hello.
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 Hello. How's it going?
I'm
Oh, very
alright,
good.
yourself?
Doing pretty okay, enjoying Pokemon.
Good.
Considering trying out competitive, or at least statting up some Pokemon for competitive and throwing myself into the meat grinder.
And I'm
Take
very
advantage
glad.
of that RNG bug while it lasts.
Which RNG bug?
I forgot that I never dug into the details of it because, but there have been a bunch of articles about how there's some kind of RNG bug where people are able to guarantee that low percentage moves like guillotine always hit if they do a certain combination of actions.
They need to fix that fast. Wait,
yeah.
is Guillotine even in Scarlet and Violet?
I don't know, and I don't know that's guillotine in specific, but it's something like that. It's a situation like that where
Sheer cold, horn drill.
yeah, there you go. And I don't know what the method is, or maybe they've patched it already. For all I know, I don't know. I haven't been following the story that closely. I just heard about it and thought it was hilarious.
And I'm very glad you've been enjoying Ghost Trick.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's a really clever game design.
It really is.
It really is. And it has some good puzzle stuff.
Yeah,
I've been watching the play. Well, because that's a game I missed because I didn't have a DS for 5 years after it came out, and so I totally missed Ghost Trick. And it's a very clever puzzle design.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday you were talking about how every screen has a whole lot of extra things that you can play with, and that's great for two reasons. One, it's great because it's just fun. It's good to fill out the world and add little things that you can play with that don't necessarily do anything.
Yeah.
And two, it makes the puzzle solving way more engaging because a lot of puzzle games have the problem where the only things you can do to solve the puzzle is interact with the one interactable thing. And maybe there's a trick to how you interact with the thing, but that's still the problem that there's only one thing. Portal 2 has this problem a lot, I thought.
Yeah.
In Portal 2, there are so many puzzles where the entire wall is black, so you can only put your portal in two places, and it's well, gee, I wonder where I need to put my portal to solve this puzzle.
Yeah,
right
it's
there,
still
right
very fun to figure out, but it's very
it's still
narrow.
fun to figure out, but that is you see, but that's still something that stood out to me in Portal 2 versus Portal 1, for example, and it's something that pops up in other puzzle games too. But here it's yeah, there are a million things to interact with. You might find some Easter eggs, or you might just screw around a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. The amount of clever foreshadowing as well. I won't tell you what for obvious reasons.
Obviously.
But spoiler chat was just constantly along the lines of, "Oh, he has no idea what the significance of what they just said."
I've been getting double-digit viewers for that game for the entire time. I'm a little surprised. Alright. So, is there anyone in chat who wants to join us? Chillmaker can't. We've already got Milena, IGU, Minda, and Danny in.
Yeah, we were just chatting about Ghost Trick for a bit.
Yeah.
IGU will probably have to be the one carrying us for the harder ones.
Yeah.
Oh, are we not doing this synced?
Oh hell no.
We won't be able to find players to join us for it. Plus, again, it is savage difficulty.
Ah.
Remember, we did try like the first couple of bosses of Coils 1 synced, if you recall.
Yeah, but there was that one that knocks you off the edge that's complete bullshit, and we had to do that.
Yeah, and
unsynced.
the bosses in Coils 2 and 3 are even more bullshit.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
The initial a Realm Reborn content for Extreme and Savage is nowhere near as tightly designed as later.
Yeah, well, it's because and this actually dates back to the fact that this game is, that this part of the game is 10 years old. Because if you look at World of Warcraft at this time, which is what the game I was playing back in 2012, 2013, this was kind of how raid design was in WoW, where the hardest content was also the end of the story. And they realized that that doesn't really work with Final Fantasy XIV because the story is so much more important. In World of Warcraft, it doesn't really matter if everybody gets to the end of Icecrown Citadel, because you want to get there to say you did it, but it's not like anyone is really itching to know what happens to Arthas.
It's not.
You can just watch the 30-second cinematic if you really want to.
Yeah.
And it's not like your character is important either.
Yeah, it's not like your character's important either. It doesn't matter terribly if you personally go and kill the Lich King in World of Warcraft. In Final Fantasy, our characters are characters who have agency in this story, and so the fact that they locked Coils of Bahamut behind some really hard content was a mistake, and it's a mistake that they do not repeat in later expansions.
Good.
Yeah, raids from Heavensward onwards have two versions. You've got the main version, which are they're effectively trials but a bit harder. Then you have the Savage versions, which are some of the hardest content in the game. So you've
basically got story mode and the real fight.
Yeah, story mode and something for the hardcore types.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll just have to do this. Hardest content is a feast of famine fight me.
Somebody do the tour. I would carry people on my other character, but I really want Zaminda Tia to be in this storyline. So
Yeah.
Oh, IGU went to a level 90. Cool.
There we go. Honestly, you probably still could have done it as a level 70 blue mage because blue mages are like that, but
A feast of famine, by the way, is a fishing quest.
Ah.
I have not even attempted.
Okay, where do I go to start Coils 2? I can't remember.
Free return.
I forgot which quest you picked up. It'll
Slices
either be in Wineport or the Waking Sands, depending on what the last quest you picked up is.
Before we leave, we might as well do the Ojimbo event here in the Guild
Oh
Source.
yeah, let's do this. Find a gatekeeper.
We need to
Or
pre-return.
just follow us.
Once we're done.
I've lost you. Where'd you go? Oh, there's Milena. I don't see.
We over to Wonder Square, not Wonder Square, Event Square. Because they're
turn around and just keep going straight past the ether, right?
Yep, and then talk to the bunny girl. She'll teleport you over.
Gatekeeper?
Mhm.
Yeah, gatekeeper. The gatekeeper will teleport you to the NPC.
Right. Ah, yes, Neptune Dragon. That's a reference to Final Fantasy III.
Accept Yojimbo's challenge.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the one where we have to stand in places where it isn't getting slashed, right?
Yeah, where the bamboo's not going to fall on top of you.
Mm-hmm.
You won't want to stand in the middle.
Hey, somebody got the name Vincent Valentine over there.
Nice.
Well, Vincent Dash Valentine.
I mean, it's still a canon name. It's close enough.
Doesn't imply that somebody else got just a Vincent Valentine first.
Still can't believe there were 0 Sephiroths in the Meteor Survivors.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Here we go.
On my main character. On my main character, every time I do this, I switch to Samurai just to make it more thematically appropriate.
Oh, I should do that too.
I've got a 8 out of 10 successes to get the Kindred Spirit. Sorry, Kindred Sword title.
I got sick like a month ago and my throat is still shut. Crazy.
Did Yojimbo show up in any other Final Fantasy game, or is he just in 10?
Just in 10 and 14. Okay, that's multi-slices. He's just going to be an AoE hero.
Woo!
Yeah. You can, like, if you look at the closely at the bamboo, you can see how they're going to split. Ah, hold on. Ah, that failed. I'm already out.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
Dakara got you.
So how long does this event go?
About 5 minutes, if people succeed long enough.
I think it was closer to 3 minutes actually, but like,
Yeah, somewhere along those lines.
yeah,
It's not long.
it's not long.
This is the part I usually lose at. Because it is impossible to follow this.
Yep, just have to guess. 33% chance.
A 33% chance that I lose like 90% of the time.
I'm gonna laugh if both of you fail.
I knew it! Like I said, I lose that coin. That's a coin toss. That three-sided coin toss every bloody time.
There's a remix of this song that I can't wait to show you, but I can't until like late in Heaven's Sword. I'll send it to Danny because he'll know exactly what the video is as soon as I send it. You might even know what I mean already.
I have a hunch.
Oh, IGU lost.
Would it be the one from Kugani Dore?
It's the one from Joe Cat.
Oh! Yeah.
Okay, so you guys were saying Alice says at the Waking Sands?
I believe so, yeah.
Yes. For the quest to Alizir's Pledge.
Do I have any Vesper Bay tickets left?
I have 4.
I have 1.
Woo!
Woohoo. I already did this bit of the quest, so I have Coils 2 unlocked already, so I'll just wait for y'all.
Yeah, Urianger should have the quest.
This place isn't the same without Totaro.
There are two types of players. The type that adore Tataru and the type that are terrified by her. There is no in between.
Alice's Pledge, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The king lives in a well of a time of the extreme unlocks.
Full glad am I for thy safe return. Lady Alice hath apprised me of thy many experiences. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louis Sois was my lady's grandsire. Gravely concerned was I for her safety, but 'twould seem I need not have been so. With all my heart I do thank thee for watching over her. But come, thou must speak with Mistress Alice upon that which transpired within the binding coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity. Shall we begin, then? Urianger, I understand you have a report of your own to share with us. Aye, my lady. Even as thou didst emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed. In Mordona was it marked first. By comparison of time and magnitude, we have since deduced its origin, the Cartano Flats. Well, it ain't Bahamut. We saw him in pieces. Strange. There have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could only have been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we came to be in northern Thanalan. Somehow the cavern took us all the way from Vilbrand to the heart of Aldenard. 'Twould seem so, my lady. It is all but certain, then. After Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself deep beneath Cartano and has since lain dormant, regenerating. Wait, hang on. Seeing Bahamut's head was Coils, right?
Correct.
Okay. Aye, my lady. Taken together with thine own account of Bahamut's continued presence, the land's slowness to heal and the disorder of the etheric currents do point to one conclusion. Bahamut stirreth. If left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force till he doth waken to rain ruin upon the land. So let's kill him again. Rest assured, I do not mean to give up, Lore. Bahamut may still live, but so too does Grandfather. For the past 5 years, he has been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making certain that the primal does not escape. Master Louis Sois doth yet live? I durst not hope. And thou art certain 'twas no mere manifestation of thine all too sorely felt grief? Well, I'm pretty sure he wasn't entirely real. I know how desperate this may sound, Urianger, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Lore. I mean, I saw somebody, but my character wouldn't recognize him. But he vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had the chance to speak. 2 more, like fragments of Dalamud, pierced the earth when the lesser moon fell. One we have seen. If we can but find the other 2, I am certain that we will find Grandfather as well. If thou so believest, my lady, then I too shall have faith. If it please you, I shall notify the grand companies of this development. All Eorzea must stand united if we are to avert a repeat of the calamity. That will not be necessary, Urianger. Being the great conciliator that he is, Alphino will seek to unite Eorzea of his own accord. If rumors are true, that endeavor is already well underway. So let us leave the diplomacy to the diplomat, while we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Lore, you have heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength I cannot hope to make good on my word. The danger to Eorzea is not past. For the sake of all who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. Yeah, I'm down. Is she wearing rollerblades?
No.
She's got something on the bottom of her feet.
Okay, and Urianger now has another 10 in the coil.
Imagine getting high with Urianger and he starts talking normally.
I love it. Yeah, she's got like weird platform shoes. Alphino has them too. I don't know if you noticed them when you were hanging out with him, though.
I clearly didn't.
Clearly didn't.
A crystal-choked abyss lieth beneath the Cartano Flats, the unholy cradle of an elder primal. And by thy hand were truths great and terrible, wrested from those once celestial depths. Yet, as is oft the case, an answer doth breed a profusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon with irresistible allure. Ne'er have the mysteries of the Red Moon lain so neatly within our grasp. Lady Alice hath sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice, and leap, unflinching, into the jagged wound that doth gape beneath the land. Mine apologies. I trust I have not kept you waiting over long. I was literally just talking to you. Oh, it's Alice, not Urianger. Okay. God, you're small. Lore, I am both delighted and reassured to have you at my side once more. I would not waste your time with trivialities. Let us proceed directly to the discussion of that which we have learned, and that which we hope to learn anon. Initially, it was evidence of a new primal that led us to delve into the cavern beneath Castrum Occidens, and to explore the subterranean scars left after the fall of Dalamud. As you will well recall, what we found was a vast, largely intact fragment of the fallen satellite, and within the depths of that structure we discovered not the new primal we had expected, but the broken form of Bahamut himself. Yet even this great revelation would soon be overshadowed by the appearance of my own dear grandfather. No, I think the Bahamut revelation overshadows the Louis Suave revelation, Alice say. I have since shared our sundry findings with Rambros, preeminent scholar of the Sons of St. Koinok, and he, in turn, did kindly furnish me with his theory concerning the Elder Primal's Allagan prison. 'Twould seem that Dalamud was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty unto the Crystal Tower. The ancients saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. 'Twas for this reason that they did bind him within the Red Moon to serve as its living core.
Everything's coming together.
Yup. Do you remember the sight that greeted us at the culmination of our journey, the colossal devices that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the Elder Primal? From the information provided to us by the Sons of St. Koinok, we have learned that these contraptions were termed internment hulks, and that each bore the designation Ragnarok class. That's the airship in 8, right?
Yes.
The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as binding coils, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape. And second, they are meant to feed him. Perversely, the self-same energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporeal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted neither to die nor to truly live. He is merely allowed to be. For century upon century was the Elder Primal thus imprisoned, bound about in fetters so subtle in their working, and yet so adamant, that though his cell be destroyed, Bahamut lieth yet at the mercy of his long-departed captors. It has long been held that the Primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist, yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be, then, that the Allagans found a way to simulate prayer itself? It seems the only logical explanation. I would postulate, therefore, that the regenerative mechanisms in question also supply something akin to the power of prayer. Consequently, if all of the internment hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into the ether, or wake up. Upon the evidence of thy previous foray, we determined that the Elder Primal is sustained by 3 such binding coils. Thus did we commence to scour the realm, and found in the Twelveswood an as yet unexplored fragment of the Lesser Moon, bearing a most familiar etheric signature. We're gonna let Bahamut loose and then have to fight his fucking head, aren't we? And after conducting a preliminary investigation, we believe we have discovered a point from which this North Shroud fragment, and the second of the internment hulks, can be entered. As Eorzea's sword in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge. I will, of course, be there at your side. What?
I said it's funny because I've got a glowing sword.
Ha. Once you have made your preparations, head to Falgord Float and make yourself known to my assistant, Serpent Lieutenant Anae. The fallen fragment is not far from the settlement, and her position provides a convenient rendezvous point. I will break these Allagan fetters, for they bind my grandfather as surely as they bind Bahamut. Yeah, he's going to evaporate too when you finish this off, Alice. Alright, Falgor's Float. Excuse me.
Yeah, you mentioned about her height. Elizan get a growth spurt late into puberty. Later than you'd expect.
You've told me.
Ah, fair enough.
I love Count Bob in chat pointing out that somehow the Allagans managed to turn solar energy into a horrific engine of torture.
Even the cleanest energy can be used for evil by the Allagans. Just wait till we find out about the evil Allagan wind turbines.
They're killing all the birds.
Loreweaver, I have been expecting you. My name is Anae. I have been accorded the rank of lieutenant within the Order of the Twin Adder, that I may better assist Lady Alice with her endeavors here in the Twelveswood. Such authority has allowed me to act without interference from the local soldiery, and to conduct a preliminary investigation of the Alder Springs fragment. From what we have seen of the exterior, the structure shares many common features with the one you explored in Landocia, and likely plays host to a similar complement of guardians. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade to the south and west. He is charged with observing all that occurs in the vicinity of the fragment, and will be well placed to show you the thing, if nothing less. To the south and west we go.
Ah, and also it's not ridiculously foggy this time, so you'll be able to see the Western Shroud.
Oh, cool.
Well, what remains of it. If you fly up to sort of where I am.
I see Minda.
I don't see where you went.
I'm pretty much south of where you guys
there
are,
you are.
very
Oh,
high
I
up.
found you.
Yeah,
Oh, that's Melania.
if you fly up, you still can't get Melena's name right. But
Oh, there you are.
yeah, see that ruinous just chunk of rock.
The glowing yellow one?
Everything around it, the valleys and everything. That used to be a nice flat green forest.
Oof.
That's what Bahamut did to the West Shroud.
Yikes. This guy, if you walked up behind this guy and said boo, he'd fall right off the edge. What business brings you to this broken land? Unless you fancy being ground to a bloody pulp under the granite fists of a wandering golem, I suggest you bugger out. You know not who you deal with, small man. Oh, my apologies, madam. Lady Alice did send word of your impending arrival, but 'twould seem I've grown rather too accustomed to shooing away curious sellswords and reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Red Moon, Dalamud. Our initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, meant that the approach to the fragment had yet to be cleared. After much effort, however, we succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path, which should grant you access to the entrance, and that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. The interior? Well, assuming that the architecture of this hulk resembles the first, the master controls you seek will be located on the bottommost layer, past all the ingenious and deadly defenses of which the ancient Allagans seem so indecently fond. If you would know more, I'm afraid there is nothing for it but to brave the depths of the fragment yourself. Lady Alice will soon be arriving at Falgord. Pray, do not tarry on your way back to the lieutenant's post. I imagine our young mistress will be most eager to commence the expedition. The road ahead promises peril aplenty, and I would humbly suggest that this is not the occasion to stint on preparation or provisions. May the 12 watch over you. I only need one of them to watch over me. Pray, return to Falgord Float, I guess. Mistress Weaver, I trust the private's explanation was worth the journey. Simply securing an approach to the fragment's entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think what defeating its inner defenses will entail. If there is aught I might do to aid you... Nah, we got this. Ah, Lady Alice... Oh, my apologies, Master Alphino. Has there been a change of plan? Melena mined a golem? Can you do that? Urianger informed me of the impending expedition. I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow scion before she disappeared into the depths of the second coil. Lore, though I would strenuously deny it if were she present, my sister's admiration and affection for our grandsire exceeds even mine own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Alice is wont to go above and beyond the call of duty. In our grandfather's absence, she has made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. 'Twas that which prompted her to brave the perils of the first coil. Yet the fact that she risks her life in this manner is not the greatest of my concerns. No, it is her subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade that worries me most. This quest to rid the world of Bahamut must not become a quest to save a man long dead. My sister must needs have a better reason to fight. A time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon our shoulders, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain of the stakes for which we risk all. There is a wide difference between fighting for the good of Eorzea and fighting for the love of a man who died for the good of Eorzea. Alice must choose her own path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. I am glad that it is you with whom she makes this journey. If Alice is to discover a deeper purpose, then where better to find one than at the side of Eorzea's greatest champion? That's me. 'Twas there that I found mine, after all. He is wearing the weird platforms. But 'tis past time I was gone, lest I run into my twin sister and have an awkward conversation.
Oh,
Fair
no.
fortune in your endeavors, Lore. Ah, Lieutenant Anaye, was it? I would appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister.
I love it every time that somebody mistakes one of the other one.
Lady Alice is due to arrive at any moment. I shall abide in confident expectation of your triumphant return.
See, I've gotten so good at telling them apart. There was a moment where I was looking at one and I'm like, oh, I know that's Alice. Wait, how do I know that's Alize? And it's because they have like opposite earrings and their hair sticks out in opposite directions, and
they do have.
I just got I just subconsciously have that in my head now, and so I can tell them apart without even realizing I'm telling them apart. It's a little spooky.
I mean, they do have very slightly different mouth and eye shapes. Very slightly.
Alright, so I have this unlocked. Milena is currently a minor, which needs to change. Aside from that, is everybody ready?
Yep.
I believe we are good to go. As long as Tempera is ready to take us on the grand tour.
Final Fantasy GT. Let's hope the story's not quite as disappointing as that one.
Your foray into the caverns beneath Castrum Occidens has led you to an unexpected revelation. The incomplete form of Bahamut, harbinger of the calamity, slumbers deep within Earth. Though seemingly a prisoner, the Elder Primal is gradually being regenerated by the massive Ragnarok-class internment hulks that surround the unmoving entity. Alice reasons that if Bahamut's full restoration is to be prevented, then all three coils sustaining and repairing the dreadful being must be deactivated. Filled with new determination, you assemble a group of courageous comrades and set your sights on the fragment of Dalamud found in the North Shroud. Second coil of Bahamut, turn 1.
Don't forget to do unrestricted party.
Duty finder settings. Unrestricted party. Alright. Call confirm. Second coil of Bahamut, turn 1. If everybody's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me.
And we immediately got it.
That's because we're unrestricted. It was just us.
Oh. Oh, right. We
people-
don't find a party.
Yeah, other
Yeah.
people do not search for these.
Yeah.
If people are
Like,
going to do
just
they
for
do.
fun, queue up synced and just look at what the timer is.
Remind me to do that after.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
It,
cool.
it'll say more estimated time more than 30 minutes because that's as high as it goes.
This place is cool. I
It's
like
cool,
it.
I like it. Yeah.
It's also blue, which is much easier on the eyes than the last one. Oh no, do we have to do platforming?
Yep. Yes, we do. Go.
Whoa, what the hell?
Trick, trick. Also, you gotta give me credit. I made that look good.
You did.
That was a cool visual effect. How strange. Why could we not see all this before? I suppose it is only to be expected that corrupted crystals should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment likely pierced the ground to a depth of many hundreds of yalms. The swirling ether leaking from the wound must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it is not as if we expected this to be a straightforward task. Let's tread carefully, shall we, Lore? 'Tis imperative that we win through to the depths of this structure and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again. Not while there is hope that he may yet be saved.
It's nice that we're all appearing in the cutscenes.
But mayhap we should put such thoughts from our minds until after we have successfully gained entrance to the place. That opening up ahead appears a suitable point of ingress. I'm getting lots of pop-up notifications in the middle of this cutscene. Stuff about reduced healing and lunar golems.
Don't worry about any of that. It's all like the busy work announcements. Like, you have queued for a new dungeon. Blah 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 blah. Here are all the rules for the dungeon.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm ready.
Off we go.
I took a screenshot of that last.
He just
scene where
walked
we're all
through
together.
that crystal. That
Yeah.
lunar golem just walked through that crystal. Oh, that's a pile of people. And they're all dead.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
take out this cluster. Which opens the way. Oh no, I'm dying.
As a black mage, all I can do is watch.
Yeah, a lot of this is mostly going to be spectacle and an interesting story.
Oh, it's playing
We're going
that main
backwards.
theme. It's
Yeah.
playing a version of the main theme.
Yeah, answers. Canonically, Answers is a song sung by the Mother Crystal herself at in despair at what was happening during the calamity.
Oh, joy, a giant Ochu.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
I have been connected to Minda.
Yeah, you gotta snap it by running away from each other.
Gotcha.
All right, take care of it.
Yeah. The it should be noted, you could hear the.
Okay, I'm at the edge of the arena, so somebody else is gonna have to run away further. Well, yeah, you have to run because I can't run any further than that.
Melina!
Anyway, I literally could not get further away than I already was. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, balls. Well, I got it. Procure 64,000 HP. Oh, I'm silenced, aren't I? Oh no, it's just too far away from it.
I'm dead.
I think that's enough screwing around, IGE.
Yep. Feel free to kill it.
Oh, was IGU holding back so we could see the mechanics of the fight?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, a level 90 character can literally kill that thing in one shot.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a good plan. IGU holds back so I can see the mechanics of the fight and then offs it immediately.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it works.
Alright, treasure coffer.
Yep. Might have some.
High Allegan bracelets of casting. I guess I'll roll greed on that. Should I roll need on that?
Whatever you want.
If it's better than what you're wearing, definitely. If you like, and if you like how it looks, go for it.
High
there
Allegan
will be
ether
better-
stones.
There will be better photo ops, so I don't think I need to bother stopping for one here.
Aye. But yeah, when Dalamud was falling in one point X,
Are we going to take a screenshot? Because this place is rad. Oh, well, everybody's gone
no,
already.
Everyone already left.
Oops.
Is it more rad later?
Yes.
It's more
Okay.
around later, exactly.
Yeah, we'll get a screenshot at the capstone for
For
each.
sure, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the Answers was actually playing pretty much everywhere that you could see Dalamud falling from, and it was diegetic. The characters, the people could hear Heidelin singing it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. The second coil of Bahamut, turn 2.
Just for fun, do it synced. Like, turn off the unsync thing and queue us up
Yeah.
synced.
Yeah, just to show you how long it would it thinks it would take. I swear, if we accidentally pop it somehow.
After
Yeah.
battling your way through to the base of the colossal fragment that impales the ground in Alder Springs, your party enters the structure through an opening in its outer shell. The sight that greets you is of an endless procession of azure-lit passages, within which can be glimpsed the grotesque silhouettes of chimerical monstrosities. Alright, let's try synced. More than 30 minutes. Alright, let's end the, let's withdraw.
Yeah.
Unrestricted party. Confirm. Second Coils of Bahamut, turn 2. Join. Oh, this is cool. This track kind of sounds like something out of Final Fantasy X.
I just love that we're all in the cutscenes together.
Mm-hmm. I love how I am the only non-bun.
As usual. That
As
armor.
usual.
No, it couldn't be. Be on your guard, Lore. Though it defies all reason that he should live, I know of only one who wears such armor. He whom the Empire raised as high as the Black Wolf himself, the legatus of the 7th Legion. I speak of the madman who brought the Meteor Project to fruition. We faced the White Raven, Nail von Darnus, harbinger of the 7th Umbral Era.
The final boss of 1.0.
Nail von Darnus? Ah, that was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised Age of Glory. It should not be uttered within these hallowed halls. He does the Hildebrand pose. It's Hildebrand! Out of love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named me Nail Deus Darnus. The one true deity? Bahamut. He speaks of Bahamut. Oh, I bet the shades are what's... I bet the shades of people killed by Bahamut are what power Bahamut. Ooh. I cannot take this guy seriously after he did the Hildebrand pose. O Lord Bahamut, thy name is as sweet water to parched lips. How my heart swells at thy sacred touch. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile its glory, and you will answer to me. Wow, okay, that's an exit. This guy's a drama queen. He definitely missed that platform and fell to his death. How is this possible? From what Alphino has told me, Nail was slain on the eve of the calamity. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with the worshippers of a primal. Yeah, it is really cool that the whole party's in the cutscenes. Including Luffy. Might be willing to let y'all have issues with this. Well, let's try it.
I forgot if this was the one where we can get lost. 'Cause one of these is like a little maze.
No, it's not.
I also just love the reference of how the 7th Legion was the one who brought down the Meteor Project. It's like, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that... I don't know why it strikes me so much, but that little tidbit of me jumping from the higher level was such a good touch in that that swing around.
Yes.
Yes, it's very good. It's very good cinematography.
Oh, the Lamias aren't hot? Come on.
Says you.
That's barely a snake tail. Alright, well you guys deal with that. Since I'm a black mage and can't do jack shit, I'm gonna look around. Oh, I guess we've got a fight.
I mean,
Or not.
You have scare.
This is a cool arena. I
Yeah.
like this.
It is quite the set piece. You may be doing the damage, but me and Melina can still keep you guys alive. Unless I miss. Whoops. Have fun. Got him. I got him.
Arriving at Sector 7.
Oh, don't die here or we'll end up in Sector 7 heaven.
Well, my crits are doing a lot more damage than they used to.
We are getting an echo boost, which is increasing our stats.
Ah. One sec, I forgot to do a thing. Nope. What I got wasn't better than what I'm wearing.
Aye.
Oh, I can click in the left stick to sheath or unsheath my weapon. Huh.
Yes, that will be important for a later mechanic. Where dealing damage, so doing actions will harm you. A bit like the mustard bomb status in Final Fantasy IX.
She needs more tail.
Yeah, the
Still
fact
hot,
that, like,
though.
They're kind of balanced on tippy tail isn't silly.
Melusine. That's a boss from one of the early Final Fantasies, isn't it?
Probably.
Final Fantasy V. She was the one that you fought in the final dungeon with the big green crystal thing. Okay, you've just got a status ailment that after a certain amount of time will do a cone that petrifies anything in your line of sight.
So I look away.
Yes.
Yeah.
The intended method for this fight is to petrify
They have to add the big add.
this big Cyclops, and then hide behind it from a different effect. So don't attack the Cyclops after it's been petrified, or it'll die like that. And then
Man, she likes me.
oh yeah, and you have to avoid petrifying the boss because it gives her a buff instead. Tempera has a universal one that will petrify everything around unless they're hidden behind that big Cyclops after it's been petrified.
So how long does petrification last?
Varies between fights.
This one just a few seconds so far.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, she's teleported. All right. Or no, there's multiple enemies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got ads.
Ah, petrified.
Probably a good time to start killing.
Yeah, I think it's time to think the show's over.
Yeah, let's finish this off. And I'm petrified.
IGU.
Yep, IGU, finish them off.
Yep, they're on it.
Da da da.
Looks happy as Larry.
Oh, it times our completion time? Is there a leaderboard for that?
I think it only really times it if you use it if you're using unsynced for whatever reason.
No, it always times it. It always keeps track of like completion time for dungeons.
Feel free to roll on the chest coffer, or not chest, the foot coffer even. That will be better than what you're equipped with.
All right, I've rolled need on them.
This is another really cool setting.
Yeah,
Around.
If we can get you, if we can get trousers and chest piece for you in this set as well, that'd be good for your gear level.
That backdrop is cool. The arena we were just in.
Yeah, so many spinning things.
And the backgrounds get radder from here? Or should we take a screenshot here?
I mean,
I think we could. I think like a screenshot of us like right here, with our backs to the arena would be a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
we should probably finish rolling for the coffers first, because otherwise they're going to be in the background of the screenshot.
Oh, yeah, alright. Well, I've rolled for everything.
Same.
You won't need the Allegan ether stones, they're just crafting material.
Too late, I already rolled need on them. Those pieces... oh wait, I haven't opened the chests, hang on.
Yeah, you can't open them in an instant, so you'll have to do it after we leave the area.
Okay.
Yeah. Minder and Law should probably swap places.
No, I mean,
I like the symmetry of the short man in the middle.
Fair enough.
I'm sitting here for the symmetry.
Okay, cheapos then.
I also like that I have this little floor light to sit on.
Yeah. It is a little funny that out of the bunny cult, I'm the only traditional Vieira.
Yeah.
In what way?
Like I'm the only one who looks like a Final Fantasy XII Vieira.
Oh, with the white hair?
The white hair and the dark skin.
How about dark skin?
Well, yeah, but you don't have the rest of the package. Also, you're a boy.
Yeah, it's like all of the Vieira in 12 had one.
I think I've got quite a dynamic one here, actually.
Let's see.
I am pasting it now. Also, I may have a crippling addiction to Dutch tilt.
That's a good one.
There's a good one. Cat does not care. Okay.
Okay, you should be able to crack open that coffer now. And male Vieira were always canon. It's just we never saw them. The law from 12, like it was that Vieira were very isolationist and basically had the edge to murder everybody they saw, including the females of the species outside of breeding meetups. So that you basically, if you were to see a male Vieira, they would be defending the forest by killing you. So you very rarely saw them because you lived.
Alrighty. Next.
Alright, Duty Finder.
I mean, you also have to remember that Tactics Advanced was a Dreamworld imposing concepts from the Evil East worlds onto possibly a super late in the Evil East timeline where everybody but humans have gone extinct and the magic's been forgotten, which, to be fair, was practically what Tactics was reaching. It just didn't have the modern technology at the time. So the stuff you see in Tactics Advanced isn't necessarily the canonical Evil East stuff, and that the 12 variations are what is considered the reality rather than the imposed fantasy.
Yeah, I know something else about the Vieira in Tactics that I know people are disappointed about in 15 is that so they're the Rava Vieira and the Vina Vieira, and in Tactics, I forgot which is which, but I think the Rava are the old school Vieira, or the traditional ones, and the Vieira are the new ones. They have lighter skin, and they're also a lot shorter. And so people are a little disappointed that the Vieira in FF14 don't have that same distinction. But, oh well, so yeah, they all have like the same height slider and everything.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, part of the appeal of Vieira is being 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Your party activates the coil's lift-like mechanism, and at a depth of 3,256 yalms, arrives within the interior of the internment hulk proper. The great cavern where the elder primal Bahamut dreams is yet many thousands of yalms distant. Explore the labyrinthine passages of this Ragnarok-class starship and secure a route into the lowest levels of the hulk. Commence! I am reminded of the passages beneath Castrum Occidens. We must have traveled quite some distance below the surface. More of the same tunnels. 12 be good. Surely that cannot continue all the way down from the upper floors.
It's cool lighting in this scene.
Yeah. 'Tis difficult to see inside, but I have a terrible feeling those corridors house more of the dreadful guardians you have already faced. Yeah, well, that's why I'm here, and that's what we've come to expect from everything Allagan. It is said that the Allagans excelled in the creation of chimerical beasts, and that the Red Moon teemed with a thousand fantastical monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of the ancient empire from releasing the Elder Primal. I wonder, the creatures that prowl these halls, could they be the beloved children of which Nail spoke? Well, this is yet another mystery to ponder upon our return. Shall we continue onwards? Oh, the timing on the answers vocals coming in.
Yeah. Right, follow me another way through this.
Oh yeah, this is the maze.
Yeah, step on this.
Whee!
The actual leap pad rather than the switch. Okay, and we should probably kill this before we.
Oh,
yeah.
hi, hello.
There we go. Okay. Once we're in the clear, I will trigger this. Okay. Jump on it. Don't step on the petals. Cool. And we are in the final stretch already.
Wow.
That
Skips the whole maze?
Basically,
Well, it's a maze, so like all the time sink is getting lost in here.
yeah. It's funny doing this at max level and just running through, and like in order to keep up with you, the enemies just start crawling on the walls even when they're not supposed to be able to.
Weird.
Okay, opening the bulkhead.
I want to mod my game so those things make sonic spring noises.
Okay, this guy is mechanically weird enough that even if you're doing this on sync, he can actually still kill you at level 90.
Yep.
Wow.
Also, incidentally, this guy, and we should come back and do this because it's super easy, is if you do this on Savage difficulty, you get a title for killing this guy, and the title is Avatar.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Avatar Loreweaver.
Yeah, you actually get a title for all 4 of the second coil bosses in Savage.
Yep. So we should do that because it'll be super quick and fun, and then you'll have a couple awesome titles to choose from.
Yeah, probably once we're all a bit high level, just to make it smoother.
I mean, you can still solo it. Like, we can still carry us. Like at level 90, the difficulty difference between Savage and normal is not that noticeable.
Like the reason why there is quote unquote Savage version of these, even though they're already Savage difficulty, it's because people found a couple of exploits for these fights. So there's a version that is Savage, and then there's a version that is called Savage, but it's the same fights but with those exploits patched out.
Ah.
Yeah. And the trick with this boss is that, like, if you kill him at, like, the wrong speed, if you kill him a little bit too fast or a little bit too slow, he locks you into a mode that will just instantly kill you.
Yeah.
Like, we've already reached the point where it doesn't matter anymore, and I do even kill this thing at any time, but, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing you have to watch out for with the Avatar.
Oh, there goes Molena. Uh-oh.
There goes that carry.
Uh-oh.
Yep, there it is. Okay, so this is going to be a white.
Oh, I'm confused. Sorry, Law.
Oh, what is this? What is this beam attaching me to him?
Death.
I can't throw myself off the edge, so I just have to wait to die. Alright. Alright, so now let's just kill it.
Yeah.
And you has a point.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh well, whatever.
I like this weird gear thing here. I know it turns into the tower thing, but it just looks cool. I've only ever done this fight legitimately once, and I do not recall how it works.
Well, that's the thing that instantly kills you, even like.
Yeah.
Whoops, I should... This arena appears to be significantly less rad than the last one, so I doubt this will be the,
Yeah, well, yeah, I already know what thumbnail is going to be, and we haven't gotten to it yet.
Got some trousers for you. The hat won't be as powerful, but I was gonna say it might look cool, but then again, you're a Vieira. Then again, I think the headgear here tends to be interesting sort of looking masks, so you might actually be able to wear it after all.
Yeah. So that's like I asked you this about like a month ago, just like as a refresher. I did ask you if to make sure that you can remove the UI while still using controller. Because there will be a point during one of the boss battles where you just want to turn off the UI and get the thumbnail for the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll happen mid-fight, and it'll be pretty obvious when it happens.
The breaches of casting are indeed better.
They don't look quite as nice though. Not bad, but quite snazzy.
It fits with the aesthetic I'm going for, at least. The red ones don't really fit with my character design.
Unless you're wearing the cool red.
Unless I'm wearing the red jacket. Yeah.
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 Is the
this is a good one.
Is the headpiece a mask or?
At a depth of 6,329 yalms, your exhausted yet determined fellowship enters the Hulk's operations deck. An impossible scene unfolds before you, the surreal landscape bathed in a crimson glare and holding the promise of epic conflict.
This is a big one.
Alright, so I'm going to rely on you to tell me when the thing's about to happen. Because my reaction...
Not this fight.
Huh?
It's not this fight. It's
Oh, okay.
Fight. Although this was the arena of the final boss battle.
Or
1.2
Legacy,
or
yeah.
1.12 or whatever.
Oh, this place is cool.
Yeah.
And this cutscene is cool. Very dynamic.
Specifically, this was the super boss version from the original.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the red sun is what we,
Moon.
Oh, that's Dolomwood. Huh. That surely cannot be Dalamud. How? Where are we? The final resting place of Nell von Darnus. This is a grave for the undeserving. The stairs, there were mechanics involved in going up or downstairs to stop meteors from wiping the party. Huh.
Wow, interesting.
And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave too. No! It's Louis Swa, isn't it? Nope, it's not. Wait, it's a girl?
We never saw Nell's face in the original version.
Huh.
I can after we finish.
There'll be a lore.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say after we finish this this batch, I can tell you some information revealed in the law books.
In the hour of his failure, Nell von Darnus felt the currents of ether begin to bear away his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. Then did the words of my God resound in mine ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and claim thee thus the victory which thou wert once denied. There's a thumbnail.
So this was Nell Deus Darnus, the super boss version from the original.
'Twould seem that little remained of Nail's essence when Bahamut plucked him from the I almost just said blink again. Brink of oblivion. And the result was this strange simulacrum. Nevertheless, her aura bespeaks great power. She channels the rage of the Elder Primal himself. Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command. None shall scape thine unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beasts. Bare your teeth. They will avail you naught in the calamity to come. This is a cool monster design.
Oh, and that lance should look familiar since Greg has been fighting over it.
Yeah, this is the real version of it.
It kind of takes a little bit of the gravitas out of this situation.
Right. Let's do this then. Everybody ready?
Yep.
So this boss, incidentally, was not really soloable at level 80, but it is at level 90. Like, I tried to solo at level 80, and it does too much damage and kills you too quickly.
Yeah.
By level 90, it is doable, though.
Yeah, there's a specific wiping mechanic that was just not really surpassable.
Yeah. Now it is, with better gear and better level 90 abilities, it is possible to solo this boss.
Although, even at level 80, you only needed 2 people.
Yeah, level 80 you just need 2 people, but still.
Chariots get out, Dynamos get in.
Is that it? Okay. Yeah, I've never done this with mechanics, so I don't know.
Yeah, Dynamo get in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's this purple rock?
They have to. The rocks have to not be near each other. There's also a thing with golems that eat them. It's a long story, and it was very difficult to do this fight.
There's also the golems. If they get close, they become invincible. And we don't really have a way to fix that if that happens, even with a buddy.
Ow!
Oh boy. So IGU is gonna have to kill ads ASAP.
Yeah, you have to feed the rocks to the golems.
Yeah, IGU just kill the ads ASAP because the
Yeah.
mechanic is not gonna have work.
Aju's dead.
Oh, well.
No, IGU's still up.
They only just got put back up, but yeah, that's invincible now, I think,
Yeah.
more or less. Oh no, yeah, okay, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah, it's invincible. Yeah, it's like there's... Yeah, it's like IGU just have to kill the ads ASAP. There's no stopping and showing mechanics here.
Yeah. If she can't die without going through all the phases, so Aju can basically just wail on it to start with, and it will force the with the mechanics.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't take aggro because Aju's doing that much damage. Wow.
So we stay away from each other when we have these meteor icons above our heads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because those spawn the ads, and the ads cannot get close to each other.
Alright, so IGU kill the ads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more over there.
Yeah, that's alone, so it's fine now. It's like if there are two next to each other, that's when we have problems.
Yeah.
She's not becoming vulnerable again.
Yeah, you just gotta wait it out.
Yeah. This mechanic has a really silly solution that people use to keep all the rocks away from each other. Because otherwise that happens.
Oh, we all but wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we do. That's how this fight goes. No, Ted,
You didn't need to do that.
you didn't need to do that. You were the.
But yeah, we called it Mario Kart. Basically, everybody groups up at the bottom when the icon appears above somebody's head. We all just run in a clockwise circle, so they all just drop one after another as they go around in the circle, which results in them being properly spaced out.
Yeah, the ring kills you if you run into it. So that's a good way to like force a wipe if things are inevitable. Which it wasn't there. We could have just kept going, but okay.
So yeah, we can try Mario Kart. Okay, everybody group up at the south, and then once the icons appear above the heads, we need to run clockwise. Go. Ah, we went
Oh,
quite.
well.
We went all in sync. Yeah,
That's fine.
as you can finish this for us.
Yeah.
As long as he kills these guys quick enough. Cool. Yeah, my
This is
static
a
wasn't
long
quite-
phase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my static wasn't quite able to get past the final phase of this. Mostly because of the way the knockbacks work.
If Mecha Flare does 25,000 damage, how is the party supposed to survive it?
You're not.
But that's the end of the phase. How are you supposed to complete the fight?
Lots of mitigation, shields, etc.
Oh, landed face first. She landed on her head.
And this is what the arena really looks like. There's a consistent, we've consistently seen, like even from back in the first Ifrit fight, that the environments can be manipulated by primals just by existing.
Yeah.
Like that black eclipse thing that Ifrit had.
Ooh, there's a chest piece in here.
Yep.
And a weapon.
I need a res.
You can just get up. Select go to home point.
For obvious reasons, I would like the weapon because warrior weapon.
Oh yeah, that is a warrior weapon.
I believe the weapon that Law
Chest
has.
gear. Should I roll lead on the chest gear?
Definitely, that's better than your chest gear. The weapon's not better than what you've got, but
That might look cool. That does look cool.
yeah, you might want to see what it looks like. Yeah. Please pass on the axe for me, because that'll be better than the what the axe my warrior has. Thank you.
Should I take the weapon coffer?
Yeah, it might look nice for you.
Da-da-da.
We can stop for a photo op in here. Like over here, so we can look at the arena.
Minder actually being taller than us thanks to standing on that weird nipple thing.
Are we doing turn 3 today? Should I wait until the plot advances in MSQ before we do the 2.4 coils?
No,
you should-
because
should be
actually, if you do,
Actually, if what?
you're in 2.4 and MSQ too, so it lines up perfectly if you do it now.
Yes.
Okay.
And like, there's actually even a specific reason for that, which we'll get into much later.
Which way are we
Yeah.
facing, by the way?
I think face this way, so so we have the arena at our back, because there's like nothing in the area around the arena. It's just an empty cave.
Milena, turn around.
Turn around, bright eyes. It's funny because rabbit. Okay, jeepers.
Do.
We're at the wrong channel. How's
Looks
that?
pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Cool. Oh yeah, I'll only use the abbreviation to avoid spoilers, but X of mine managed to do DSR Ultimate this week.
Oh, nice.
Which is the current Ultimate fight, which is a difficulty beyond even Savage.
Damn.
Wait, why are there only 2 of us in my cutscene?
There are 3 in mine. Both of you.
It's because we're at this stage of the quest.
Ah.
It shouldn't. It should be just who's in your party. Maybe it's because we left first.
No, it's because we're at that stage in the quest.
I can't be because I don't have Laura in my cutscene.
And that's weird.
It's just you and me.
Poor creature. Would that you had never been born. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed into ether, but Bahamut denied you death and imprisoned what little was left of you in an ethereal shell resembling... what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps? Blaster! But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence. My primal deity? I kneel to no icon. What need have I to beg the favor of such filth? I am Nell von Darnus, legatus of the 7th Legion. No. A moment. My thoughts are clouded. And this body is not mine own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the Lesser Moon's ancient prisoner? That will not happen again. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controlled you. But that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares a mind, it cannot be freed. Unless Bahamut simply relinquished his claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I sought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. But do not assume that all of my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project be resurrected, mine and none other. Yet it seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied me. Now, please, you must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen the world, and what has become of my grandfather, Archon Louis Sois. You are Louis Sois' grandchild? The fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on, if you would have your answers. They await you at the terminus of your path. But know that this path leads only to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and unforgiving. Why do you say this? Grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? He's tempered, isn't he? Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak can do naught but weep under the pall of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Oh, ow! Well, he's dead. Silence, chattering raven. Your wretched wings are broken, and you shall soar no more. My crimson moon, your brilliance sears mine eyes. Well, that was a creepy facial expression. I recognize that voice, Lore, but never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put right when the final hulk lies dormant. Grandfather will be himself again. I'm sure of it. Oh, he's growing back. Uh-oh.
That's more than just a head.
Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I had anticipated. Let us hope that disabling this coil will serve to slow the process. Did we not disable the first coil? Because there are still 3 beams attached to him.
T2.
I see 2, yeah.
I see 2 on the sides and 1 coming from the platform in front of us. The display seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found in the Lenoshian Hulk. It shouldn't pose a problem. Lord, forgive me. The moment I beheld Nail's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. Well, I kinda couldn't. For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain then that I was going to lose you, just as I lost my grandfather. Even he, a man for whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. And yet, look how far we have come. 'Tis incredible the feats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. 'Twas this capacity for greatness, I believe, that Grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I have come to understand that much at least. So are the coils required to advance the plot?
No.
Okay, so this is all optional.
Which is the big thing, because like a lot of plot happens and it's possible to miss it, and it's awful. Why we're doing this now?
Given
Yeah,
all
see,
the
there's
rework-
3 beams.
Okay, yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Given all the reworks they've done, they need to at some point make
we really do.
a
need
normal
this.
version of these fights. Yeah.
'Tis
'Cause
done.
this-
Shall
is
we make our
major.
way back to the surface and gather our thoughts? We have seen much that will benefit from Urianger's learned perspective. Up, up, up. Oh, shit! Unsheath your weapon, Lore. Grandfather, it is you! Then, why? Abandon this quest, Alice. I will not countenance further sabotage of the coils. Sabotage? But we must disable the coils if we are to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. No. No, you are not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never. Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? Listen well. We all exist at the pleasure of one divine will. And the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. So, when we leave, he can just turn this back on. Scurry back into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve. But should you be so foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself.
That would explain why there were 3 lasers.
Hi, Gingy. That light in Grandfather's eyes. He has suffered the same fate as Nail. Well, we're gonna do something about it, right, kid? My grandsire is no more. That was naught but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. This mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free Grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged.
And we're back here. Whoops. Ah! I did not expect there to be a... I thought there was a wall there. I thought there was an invisible there. How do I get back up?
You don't need to. We're down here.
I suppose, but like...
So is this the thumbnail you were talking about, where we're going to
jumped.
look out on Bahamut's corpse?
Yeah. A sequel to the other thumbnail.
Yeah. Do you want me to G-pose this?
Yes, we're in position.
Cool. Let me stop everybody. Stop this look facing the camera. Okay, add some lighting, but not too much. A bit of an orange glow to it. And how is this one?
It's pretty good.
Spectacular.
I like it. These kinds of games actually have stories. This is a very story-heavy game, Gingy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of exploration, but you will basically never be just level grinding in the world. All of your levels will come from actually doing content, doing dungeons, fights, proper, actually elaborate fights rather than just grinding.
Yeah, even leveling up crafting has a story attached to it.
Yep.
Like like everything is story content.
Yeah, like this honestly has more depth to the world and story than a lot of other Final Fantasy games do.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back here again. Truly, it is wonderful to escape that stifling air and return to Northern Thanalan again, it would appear. Well, we were in approximately the same place as the last time we came to Northern Thanalan. I must thank you, Lore. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. Ah, but you need not tarry on my account. The danger has passed. Pray, go on ahead and apprise Urianger of all that has occurred. The game is not free. It's $20 for the first few expansions. There is a free trial that lets you do this content, yeah.
Yes, the free trial is the core game and the first expansion. Basically, all the content up to level 60, which is everything up until the second expansion.
Yep.
No time restrictions. No anything that you could do up until.
Yeah. There are a couple restrictions on the free trial. You have there's a limited amount of gold you can have, or gil since it's Final Fantasy.
I meant time
you can't join an FC thing, and a couple other little things.
Yeah,
you also can't make Vieira or Hrothgar.
You can still do all of the content.
Yeah, if it was doable in if it's doable below level 61, you can do it.
Yep.
And to be fair, like somebody managed to get 1,000 hours out of the trial, and by the time one reaches that point, you're gonna know whether you want to keep playing or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a couple people who have done that actually.
I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while.
Return.
Pray return to the Waking Sands. I don't have any more Aetherite tickets.
I do.
So do I. You'll have to fly. You'll have to fly over the horizon. It's just so much.
We both just leave war behind on a rock.
Yep. All because of the power of envelopes.
Yeah, it's pretty good, Gingy. How many Final Fantasies have you played? I can't remember if you've played any.
Horizon is the closest spot to teleport to.
Already here.
Yeah.
You already found it? Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the stream, and that's like 20 seconds behind at this point.
Yeah, it's so much easier now that you can just fly across the from Horizon. You used to have to walk.
And the question would be, how many have actually finished? How many have you finished? You've never finished a Final Fantasy. Which ones have you tried? Alright, Urianger. The triumphant hero doth return. Thine eyes speak of the dread task's completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Whoa, Count Bob's only ever played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance?
Wow.
Wow. There's an odd one to be your only Final Fantasy. That's... You should at least try Tactics, if you liked Tactics Advance. Thine eyes speak of the dread task's completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray, tell me, what ill hath cast the shadow which falleth now across thy brow? This guy is not how people talk in this game, by the way, Gingy.
This is just how Urianger talks.
He's
Yeah.
just weird.
Yeah, I love Urianger to death because he is doing this on purpose.
He's just weird.
Common fan theory is Urianger is autistic, and one of his hyperfixations is language.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Final Fantasy VII Classic, 8, 10, and 15, and played a bit of 7R.
It's not a terrible list.
Well, those are the ones he has tried but hasn't finished, so I'm not sure it's a good list.
Yeah, I mean, it's a start. I mean, it's a good place to start. If you actually, like, finish one of those games, that would be good, too.
Oh, I always like the idea of if we continued the whole Final Fantasy Dissidia Cosmos versus Chaos stuff. I love the idea of Cosmos summoning Ramza as her champion and Chaos summoning Marsh as one of his champions, and just like in Tactics Advance, he believed the world to be a fiction, so he was trying to help destroy it to bring the real world back, but that's not how the Dissidia world would work.
We're getting deep into some stuff here.
Yeah, it would have been a really interesting way to use Marsh. if you ask me.
I still haven't played Tactics Advance.
Oh.
I know the broad strokes of the plot and what the big twist is and the translation error that made it fall flat. Because in English, you never get the line that explains that the world is slowly sapping the life out of the people who are trapped in it.
Yeah.
Which is the key to the entire plot.
Yep.
That is a worse translation error than some of the bad localizations that people point to as bad translations.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'd rather have a cringy bad translation of the whole game than that.
Yeah, like eight has a similar issue where the when Ultimisia is possessing Idea and she kills the President Dealing at the big parade. In the original Japanese version, she explains her motivation and also makes it clear she's manipulating their emotions, hence why they're all cheering at everything. Whereas in the English version, they don't have that bit. They don't have her explain her motivation there, so she ends up going without it properly explained.
Thank you for joining us on this Final Fantasy podcast.
Yeah. How have we not started doing that yet?
Next week's topic will be Final Fantasy 4 and 3. Join us.
We really should do a Final Fantasy podcast. That would be fun.
Yes. Oh god. Oh god. Revelations Persona. And the weird racial tension involving Masao's altered version.
Oh yeah, didn't they whitewash him in the English version?
They whitewashed all the characters except for Masao and Yukino. Yukino they kept Japanese, and Masao they made black. But then had a load of references to with people saying stuff like monkey, and
and
the password. The password to get into the school was roses are red, zombies are blue, my face is white, so you know I'm true.
Ooh.
So it's just like, yeah, fortunately the PSP version changed that to I don't want brains, so you know I'm true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an uncomfortable one. I probably won't be streaming that one then. Holy shit.
Yeah, the PSP version is fine, don't worry.
The PSP version is fine about Masao?
Yes, well, for one thing, he's still Japanese. But, yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, so it's a Ryuji thing where he's constantly being insulted as a dumb ape or whatever. But it's that way in Japanese, and they didn't change that in English when they made him black. Is
Correct.
that it? Okay.
Yeah, because the like at one point you rescue him from a prison cell in the police station, because Masao actually has a bad relationship with the police, which isn't helped by them turning him black in the PS1 version. And one of the characters says, "You look like a caged monkey." He's like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's fine in the PSP version because they haven't done all these race shifts.
That's a big oof.
Yeah. 1996 for you.
Yeah. I guess. Jesus.
Yeah, originally they were going to have the Shin Megami Tensei title be Revelations, because they also had they also brought over Last Bible as Revelations: The Demon Slayer.
Huh.
Thank you for coming to the Persona podcast.
Oh, I could host that solo with my obsession.
Oh, man. I gotta finish Golden. I keep meaning to get back to it and not getting back to it. I'm in the middle of the Golden Dungeon.
Yeah.
And I just keep not getting back to it. Other stuff comes up. Like Pokemon. I'm also not sure I'm going to finish my Final Fantasy IX replay, because I tried it and nobody watched on YouTube, and I'm just not sure it's worth continuing it. Which is weird, because when I put up the poll for which games would you watch me stream or watch on YouTube, Final Fantasy IX was the only one that got double-digit votes.
Maybe people didn't realize that you were partway through it.
Maybe. I mean, the first half of the playthrough is on YouTube. Oh well. I guess I might abandon my series replay. Which I haven't been doing since 2020. Anyways, let's final some fantasies, shall we?
Indeed.
Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray, tell me, what ill hath cast the shadow which falleth now across thy brow? The first half of Final Fantasy IX is incredible. Final Fantasy IX is my favorite game in the series. Like, no contest.
It's my second favorite after 5, but 9 definitely has the better world and characters.
9 is one of my 3 favorite RPGs of all time. Persona 5, Final Fantasy IX, and Chrono Trigger. And it's probably second place behind Persona 5. I think it goes in that order. Persona 5, FF9, Chrono Trigger. Which is probably controversial, considering how much people love Chrono Trigger, but 9 is just so good. It's $20 on PSN and Steam and Switch, and probably on Xbox, I don't know. So, if you're looking for a good game to play, Gingy, you should get it. It's incredibly good.
Shall we?
An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louis Soix that Lady Alice beheld, an unnatural conjuration in thrall to the elder primal. Not to further distract, but why do people love Chrono Trigger so much? It's got a lot of character.
It's very good, and it's one of the first early games to have a complicated plot.
In general, it's because it's very good, but it's very good because it's got good mechanics, great characters, and a lot of character to the world and story. It's charming, it's vibrant, it's exciting. All the characters are very well defined and complex.
Yeah, Law, that cool fusion spell thing in Chrono Trigger.
I think so.
Where you can have multiple characters cast a spell at the same time to create a new spell.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
But Persona 2 has something very similar.
Oh, cool. But yeah, if you haven't played Chrono Trigger, I recommend it as well. You own FF9, just haven't played it. Play it.
You can hear the italics there.
Anyway.
That the fiends should deign to choose him of all men. Even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if the Lady Alice did absent herself from future forays unto the coils. I have come too far to surrender to grief, Urianger. I didn't like Chrono Cross. My lady, I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Nael von Darnus. Von Darnus was a legatus of the Garlean Empire, who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. Nobody likes Chrono Ross either. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then it is he of whom they speak. He, I say, for Nael was for a certainty no maid.
Urianger is wrong, but it's understandable as to why.
Oh, was Nael a closeted trans woman?
No, but I'll explain the information.
It's like wait till like there's a retcon. It's a long story.
I was gonna say I'll explain the lawbook stuff after we've finished this quest, if you like.
Okay. Minda, is that a good time?
After that's probably fine, yeah.
The noble house of Von Darnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Allag. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamud, and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nael to construct a far less subtle mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Von Darnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. I wouldn't bet on it. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nael's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove this source of worship. Otherwise our efforts to disable the coils shall be for naught. Forgive me mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal's thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire? Oh, it's not him any more. My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won but by a single method, the destruction of Bahamut, and aught that might serve to sustain him. Lore, while Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louis Sois, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Charlayan. Yet when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more? So, you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret, for the key that only you and I hold? Ooh, this is intriguing. What secret? What secret, Alphino? Spill it. Given our familial propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them. And Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest to whom the door should never have been opened. Achievement unlocked. You can handle the truth.
Right.
I love that quest name. Or the
So-
achievement name.
So, Neil Vandanus, he was the man who led the 7th Imperial Legion before the events of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, when he died. His sister was devotedly loved her brother, and when he died, she kind of lost it, especially when her best friend, his fiancée, took her own life in order to after hearing about his death. Eula, said sister, then proceeded to, blaming her father for even recruiting him into the army, killed her father and took her brother's identity, sneaking her way into the 7th Legion as the new Neil Vandanus.
And they didn't recognize the different voice.
Well,
So
actually, and this is kind of a spoiler, but apparently they did, because from here on out, every time we talk to Garleans, they seem to have been aware that switch happened at some point and referred to Nail as a girl.
Huh.
Mhm.
So it's apparently just something that was maybe not common knowledge, but common in the military elite, that Nail was, used to be a guy and then got replaced with a girl at some point. But Urian J doesn't know that, and that's the justification for this. In actual reality, I think it's just a retcon. I think that the intent was for Nail to be a guy in 1.0, and then they changed their mind and said,
Nope.
it was a girl the whole time. I don't know.
That model that we just thought of Neil Vandanus with the feminine dragon body was in 1.0.
Oh, okay then.
They did, however, in the Japanese version, very specifically only ever use gender-neutral pronouns when referring to Neil in 1.0. Also, as for Neil's memory being a little fuzzy, remember that belief has an effect on a primal. That resurrection is all but a primal, and the vast majority of
her memories.
of Eorzea believed Eula to be a man, so it will be having an effect on the primal version of herself's memory.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so
that was a perfect time for a break.
Yeah, definitely. But before we go on break, I want to decide what we're doing next, because there's only an hour and a half left in the stream at max, and I don't know if we have time to do the next set of coils in that. Because I'm ending the stream at 5 p.m., taking a break, and then starting Ghost Trick at 5:30. Or I'm ending the stream by 5 p.m. So do you think we should save the next set of coils for next stream? And I should do something else with my time today?
That's up to you. We could make a start and finish them next week, or you could do more main scenario.
I think doing a set of coils all at once is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So we'll do MSQ when I get back from my break.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right, Burb.
Aye.
Yep.
I still need to give a full playthrough of 1.0, some sort of watch. I know that there is footage of it all,
Yeah. That's the one thing that, like, kind of... Like, I don't want to play 1.0, but I do want to just, like, walk around that world.
Yeah. I wish I could have been there at the end.
Yeah.
Like, to actually witness the fall of Dalamud, to have been part of the vanguard that fought against Eula.
To have been part of the Great Goobu Wall.
Yes. Heck, it would be nice to actually have the Goobu, because anyone who managed to get it during those events got to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
There's an almost identical mount, the Laurel Goobu from the Sylph quests.
Yeah.
Just with a laurel on its head, but still, having the Legacy Chocobo would be nice as well.
Alright, I'm also going to take a break. Be right back.
Right, I'll wait for you guys to get back then. Yeah, literally because the game was bad. They had Eula bring the moon down from the sky, and inside was Bahamut, who raised the country, and was basically the explanation as to why some of the geography changed, and it let them have a bit of a fresh start, keeping only the stuff that works, and introducing much more interesting concepts as a result. I found a video with the entirety of the Legacy Hildebrand quests. I'm planning on watching that at some point. Yeah, it's there's a crossover event with Final Fantasy XV, where Noxus ends up coming to this world, and Sid likes a car, so he develops he makes a copy of it. It's ran twice so far. It'll probably come back again at some point. But there is content in Final Fantasy XV that acts as a counterpart, where a Mikote finds herself in the well from 15. Noxus obviously goes back home, but the Mikote actually decides to stay in the 15 world, I believe. Yeah, the 13 crossover will not happen again because of the content being in the shop. The 11 content actually involves a character who actually goes missing for a period of time in 11, and it basically explains that during that time that she was missing, she found herself in this world.
Yeah, the stuff locked behind the cash shop, meaning game content won't show up again, is always sad. Path of Exile just released the latest spate of supporter packs, which have $30, $60, and $90 tiers. In the $90 tier of one of the supporter packs, which go away in 3 months and you won't be able to get that supporter pack again ever, is an NPC that you can have in your hideout that acts as a vendor and does commentary on what you're wearing, what you're selling, what you're buying. He's got a couple hundred voice lines recorded, and it's super cool. But it's an NPC that left the game, a ways back, that was very popular, that got removed with the rest of the Parandus content, Kadiro Parandus, and this means we're never getting Kadiro back. We're not getting a shade of Kadiro to put in our hideouts. We're not getting him back in the plot. He's only going to be available from this supporter pack, and it makes me so mad because I want him so much, and I don't have $90 I can justify spending on him. Ah!
Damn, that sounds like almost as if they'd cut out your stolen from this.
That's we're talking about. I missed the start of this conversation. What game is this? Path of Exile?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, they brought back an old NPC from a relatively early league that has shown up in minor ways in various content for a while, until the Parandus content got removed from the game entirely like a year ago. And they brought him back as a supporter pack, paid microtransaction, that you can put in your hideout and talk to and shop from, and he comments on the gear you're wearing and the stuff you're selling and the stuff you're buying, and he's got a couple hundred voice lines about all that, and it's super cool.
Yeah.
$90 for an NPC. No, it's $90 for the NPC, plus all the stuff from the $30 and $60 packs, which is a bunch of pretty cool cosmetic stuff. Plus 900 points to spend in the microtransaction shop for other cosmetics and portals and stuff. And pets and all that jazz. You get a lot out of the supporter packs. But they're expensive, and I can't afford them.
Like the good news about the Final Fantasy XIII crossover and the first Final Fantasy XI crossovers, which are the ones that the content, the rewards for that are now in the cash shop. They weren't really in depth or anything. It was just like, I'm lightning. I got lost in this world. Help me get back. There's a fate. Sorted. And the other one, the 11 one being, I'm Shantota. I'm trying to take over the multiverse. Okay, you beat me in this fate. Bye.
Gingy wants to know, how does this game handle microtransactions?
Basically, there's a cash shop. You can buy things. They either go to one character or all your characters, depending on the price. And the vast majority of the stuff that's microtransactions in the shop, there is some unique stuff to it. A couple of unique outfits, a couple of unique mounts, but the vast majority of the content in there comes from older holiday events. Every year there's every year has multiple holidays, and during those events, they'll give out rewards like outfits, mounts, minions, etc. And when the next year rolls along, the previous year's rewards are added to the shop. So if you are there during the year that the event is on, you get it for free. If you're not, well, you can get it. You can still get it via the cash shop.
Yeah. As a consequence of that, there are a lot of swimsuits specifically on the cash shop, because every year there's a summer event. Every event has a new swimsuit, and so every year every year another swimsuit gets added to the cash shop.
Mm-hmm.
There are some other things in the cash shop that are a bit more substantial. Fantasias let you remodel your character.
Yeah, if you want to go from being a bunny girl to
buy...
a big cat man, you get to change your body and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
there are level and content skips if you just want to like jump ahead in the story to catch up with where other people are. There are also like for $1 a month you can get extra retainers, which is worth it for some people if you're playing this game to like run the economy, which some people do. It's a little weird, but there.
The retainers are a subscription model.
Only for retainers after the first 2 free.
Yeah, for extra retainers, like you get 2 for free in game, and you can spend $1 a month. That's like I think you can spend up to like $5 a month for 5 more retainers or something like that.
I think you can have up to 9, and then +1 if you subscribe to the phone app.
Yeah, that's like crazy. People are the ones doing that. You know, that's whatever.
You can get retainers for a subscription model, and it's only $1 a month. There's something insulting about that, but I'm trying to put my finger on it, and I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Like $1 a month.
I don't know, man. What else is on the monthly? I think that's about it. And like, yeah, those are kind of all the microtransactions.
Mm-hmm. I have a total of 4 retainers, so I am paying for 2 of them, but I get a lot of in-game money passively thanks to them. Right,
sorry, Navy Blue Totodile, you missed Coils. We just finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about doing the next batch next week, though.
Yeah, next Saturday.
I mean, MMOs kind of predate that term. I mean, yes, technically it's a live service game, but like MMOs are like
MMOs and live service games are squares and rectangles.
MMOs are from like before that was what we called this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You do have to pay a monthly sub if you get the full game.
Yeah.
You can. How much does the $20 cover? It's everything but the last 2 expansions, right?
Yeah, I think it's like the $20. Excuse me. Like the $20 model covers everything but the last 2 expansions, and then like the $60 bundle is the whole game. I think.
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
So yeah, it's like full price for the game plus the $15 monthly subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like if you're not absolutely certain, like the best way to do it might be to get the free trial, play it until you know that I want this game, and then get just the full game. You will be unable to pick Vieira or Hrothgar from the start. However, you do get 1 Fantasia completely free for finishing the Realm Reborn core story. So, even if you want to pick Vieira or Hrothgar, you could always pick something else first and then use the Fantasia to turn into a Vieira or Hrothgar after you buy the full game.
Aren't Fantasias also only like $5 in the store?
That's for like a bundle of 3.
Damn, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
In Path of Exile, it's $3 for an extra character slot.
Oh yeah, if I remember right, there is a subscription that gets you like only 1 character per server and a total of 8 characters. But I'm not entirely sure on the differences with how they work.
It doesn't matter. It's like if you're interested in buying this game, there's there are lots of ways to buy the game, is what we're saying.
Yeah, it's not an exploitatory model like some MMOs have.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about all of this is that during the hype, was it last year or the year before?
Last year.
There were so many people signing up for this game.
Sold out.
They stopped letting people sign up for the game.
Yeah, they sold out digitally. Twice.
Yeah.
Like
They were so overloaded.
Yeah, well, I mean, actually, there are two separate stories there. Like, the first story is the fact that they literally sold out the digital copies. Like, you could go to the store, you would say, purchase digital copy of Final Fantasy XIV, and it would say out of stock.
Please unhear about the award-winning MMO.
Yeah,
And
the thing is, like...
and the second story is that after Endwalker came out, there was so much crunch from so many people trying to play the game that they just stopped selling it entirely. They just took it off store, took it off of sale, refused to let people sign up and create new accounts because there were too many people playing the game and the servers couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And so for like a month, from early December to early January, you could not purchase the game.
Yeah, the way it worked, it worked differently each time as well. The first time, the reason it sold out was because there are only so many keys they can generate at a time in order to sell something. They ran out of these keys to sell. Like they had to wait until they could generate more keys. And for the second time, well, some of the more populated American servers ended up with queue times to get into the servers of 9 hours or longer.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I remember those days. It's like for that first couple of weeks, once you into FF14, you did not log out.
Yeah, I was on one of the smaller servers, and I still had a 3.5 hour wait.
Good lord.
Yeah, well, and so it became a thing for people like me were actually in a better position in those days because what would happen was you would log in during the morning, during the low key hours when it was 10 a.m. and nobody was playing, and then you would have a 45-minute queue, and then after that you were in for the day and you had to stay on, and you would set up a macro so that your character was always moving, so that you never had a chance to log out for the rest of the day, because if you logged out, you were fucked. You would not get back on that day.
Does it kick you for inactivity?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that just made the situation. You had a whole bunch of people, just idlers, who weren't actually playing the game, but they were taking up space in the server, so no one else could log in.
Should be noted, they only have the kick you timer if during periods that servers are high. Like right now,
yes,
you can idle as long as you like.
Yeah. They have to turn that feature back on. Right now, you do not get kicked off the server for inactivity. But in the Endwalker days, they turned that back on because, if you're inactive, someone else needs to get in. Anyway, good times.
Yeah, it's wild. All right, let's do a little more MSQ and then get off.
Yeah. For Thanksgiving, I made homemade peppermint patties for my family. They're really good.
Is Frog paying or free trial? I have the full game.
Yeah, Laura had to get the full game to play a Viera.
Yep. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Lore. An audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishka. Oh, God, I'm dealing with the Catholic elves. I forgot. We are to treat with Sir Imeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Aymeric wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. Pronounced almost exactly like Emmerich. Huh.
Yep.
I keep telling you they're Lutheran elves.
Yeah, Amaric is a popular character.
Oh.
A lot of people crush on him. I know a lot of people who very, very deeply crush on him, including a straight guy.
This will be interesting then. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Kurthus. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. How about with the fireballs? How much good can I accomplish with the fireballs from my fingertips? Alright, Midphilia. Mom, can I go play? Can I go play with the elves? Mom? Hello? A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador. By all means, I think it is a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of aetheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. The Coils questline says otherwise. If Alphino believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Ooh, cutscene time. Oh, Gingy, fair warning, the voice acting in 2.0 is not great. They go to a completely different voice acting studio with 3.0 and beyond, so the voices will change and the voice acting gets better. I haven't experienced it yet, but I'm told that's what happens. So Don't be surprised when you hear the characters talk.
Yeah, they go from fake British to actual British.
Yeah.
I like 2.0 Alphino as well. Sam Riegel's great.
It's very jarring hearing him now, though, for me.
Antecedent. I take it Lore has explained the situation. She has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abalathia's spine. Ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Don't I know it? Members of the original Eorzean alliance, formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience, who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Not fond of your countrymen, are you, Alphino? Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have Oh, well, never mind then. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas, even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why, naught. Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Lore. Do we have to? Our old friend Lord Harshfon is expecting us.
At least Harshfon's there.
He's a bro.
Yeah.
Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause.
I'm pretty sure you could propose and he'd say yes.
No thanks.
Pretty sure I could propose and he'd say yes.
No. Danny, I'm sorry, but no.
He in the Japanese version, he's very clearly player-sexual.
Wait, did you say I'd say yes or he'd say yes?
I said I could propose and he'd say yes.
Okay, I thought you said you'd propose to me and I'd say yes. And I was like,
God,
what the fuck?
No! Ew!
No thanks, man. Come on.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
Danny, join me in the corner.
Wait, what? Oh! I don't have that animation.
You don't have this animation? Oh, that's too bad.
Not on Bryn.
Took me a while to get this emote, but it's so worth it.
Yeah.
Ah, Lore! Ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climate. He was talking about me, Alphino. Ah, good Master Alphino. An honor, as always. Likewise, Lord Harshfon. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid, since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense! Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? That's a good jacket I'm wearing. That was a gift early in the playthrough to match my my avatar character that I use everywhere. That's the blue jacket, black shirt, black pants. House Fortum may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand. Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey, and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. Best not keep the man waiting. We have been expecting you, madam. Pray, take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.
Have faith, my friend.
Hey, voice
You
acting.
only state your case with confidence and clarity.
That's the Black Mage Moogle staff. I'm a Black Mage. I am a bringer of destruction. Alright, which of these... One of them's a human. It's the other
Commander
one.
Loreweaver, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
I'm just that Fry meme of him squinting at this guy right now. There's something about him. There's something about him that is... He looks like such a douche!
I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Loreweaver, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
He's a
Speaking of
peeled lizard?
reputations,
What?
Yours towers over us all. Does it not?
As do my ears.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
He has an aura face with the scales removed.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long.
Alphino's only not sitting because his feet wouldn't touch the ground, and his dignity can't take that in this situation.
What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting
I like to imagine
victory
his
over the
Alice
primal
growth
menace.
spec comes
The
in.
beast
Alice
tribes continue
grows
to
to a
summon
full
their
like 7
gods,
foot, and he just
and each
gains like 3
incarnation is
inches.
stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. The territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry.
Look at this guy in his fucking throne.
Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations.
Did you send a high-ranking guy just to get Alphino to shut up forever?
Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Alright, do you want me to just end the war with the Dravanians? Is that what you're gonna... Is that your price? You want me to go... You want to sick me on some dragons? Is that what's gonna happen here?
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
I mean, I'll do it, but I'll grumble about it the whole time.
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
He's a fanboy!
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Oh? And why would you do that?
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not. For I require something in exchange.
Is it me? Am I gonna go kill some dragons for you?
Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
Oh, is this? That's the Dargon from the Dragoon quest line, right?
That's the Midgard-Sorma is the is.
Oh wait,
not-
that's the one that's been impaled in the crystal area, right?
Yeah, in Mordona in Silvertear Lake. Nidhogg is the one from the Dragoon quest.
Right.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions.
Hey, it's progress, Alphino. We got something out of it, and they'll keep feeding the Domans.
Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
Uh-oh, what's up?
What is the meaning of this? The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked.
back.
It was Iceheart, my lord.
Oh, it's the Shiva stuff!
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
Oh, Lord, did you remember to open that chest coffer?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
Knocked breeches. Astrum hose. Gloam bray.
Looks like you haven't equipped it, though.
What I'm wearing is better than what I got out of the box.
No, what you're wearing is item level 90. What you got out of the box was item level 110.
I'll check in a moment, but... Did I open the chest? I got chest gear that I didn't open. I thought you were talking about the pants.
No, you're wearing the pants.
I don't like it. Glamour plate. Apply. Give me my jacket back. Thank you very much.
You are now significantly better equipped.
There are a couple of dorks standing behind you.
You look very cold. Then again, so do I. Laura's literally the only one dressed for this weather.
Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Harshfon and find out what he has learned. Hey, Meeman! Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends. Oh, Navy Blue Totodile, thank you for the follow as well. But the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Harshfon said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Lore. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. To Boulder Down. I love the music in this place.
Very dramatic.
So there was no flight in 1.0. How many mounts were there when the switch happened? Because it amuses me to think of them having to redo animations for every mount when flying mounts became a thing.
A lot of them just kind of run in the air.
Well, true. But there's still a unique animation skeleton for that.
I can't remember when they made it so that every mount could fly.
The camel was a gift from Hammy Ham, who unfortunately has run out of their subscription and can't play with us at the moment. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Huh? Lord Harshfont bid you speak with us? Then you must be... Beg your pardon, scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire received care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack, not that his presence amounted to much. Alright, back we go. Back and forth.
I was going to teleport, but then I realised we were off to the observatorium. This is where they observed the Dragon Star from.
Did I do Beast Tribe quests yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think War's even touched any of the beast tribes yet. If I remember, anyway.
You would be correct. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead. And so were my rhymes, and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. No, that's fair. If you're all alone against a whole horde of people, and they think you're dead, there's really no point in fighting them when everybody's already dead and you can't affect anything.
Survivor's guilt is a hell of a thing.
Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Shiva, 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 Shiva.
There's a guy in here with a decent enough outfit. It went for his helmet.
What helmet's he wearing? Is that the one who just left?
Yeah, his outfit was relatively coordinated, except for An olive green dome on his head.
He probably just forgot to turn
Uh,
off visible helmet.
Yeah.
Later, Navy Blue. We won't be going for too much longer. I think after another quest or two, I'm going to end this stream and have something to eat before I do Ghost Trick at 5:30. So we may end after I turn in this quest. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion? I recognize that name, but I'm blanking on where.
You probably heard it from Adventure, but it is a more common name, like
Oh yeah,
history
from
of
Adventure Time.
Yeah. Yeah, it has other uses outside of Adventure Time, but Adventure Time is probably where you heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the original is a handbook that a philosopher wrote in ancient Greek.
Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Hey, we're all dragon fuckers deep down. Let's be real. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no. It all makes sense now. Lord Harshfon, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Harshfon, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. I mean, let's be real. You're gonna sick me on the problem, right? Like, there's really no avoiding that. There's no question about it. You're gonna point me at Shiva, and I'm gonna kick the shit out of her. That's how this is gonna end. Of course you can count on our continued support. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. Hey, that's me. You get it. Godbird is Santa. What you got for me, Milena? Dragoon Blue Dye. Why are you giving this to me? It's cool, but...
That's the
Glacial
expensive.
Coat.
That's the expensive dye that you've got on your jacket.
Glacial coat and glacial boots. Oh, is this for cosmetics? Cool. All right. Well, let's take a look at this. Okay. How the hell do I dye?
First, you gotta like put on the outfit to like see if you like it.
Oh, I gotta wear it. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Or glamour it onto your current equipment. Either way. And yeah, also like once you get later on in the game, it's really not that Dragoon Blue Dye. I have like 4 different ways to acquire it.
Shit. I have to do this on KBM.
It's still a good like 10 to 100 times more than other dies, though.
You're in the totally wrong window.
Yes, where is my gear chest?
Control I.
Yeah, you can close the glamour plate selection because you can't make glamour plates unless you're at the glamour dresser.
Oh, right. Try on. Oh, that's neat. I don't think I'm going to wear it, though. I like the jacket I've got on. Thank you, though. What was the other thing you gave me? It was boots?
Yes.
Glacial boots. Try on. Oh, you gave me a Santa outfit. That's what you were giving me. I get it.
There is actually a full-on Santa outfit on the Mog Station from a previous Starlight celebration.
Cool.
Oh, Starlight will be coming up soon, actually.
Yep.
Awesome.
Did Starlight even happen last year? I don't think it did because of Endwalker, did it?
No, we did get Starlight. It was it was
delayed till January, right?
No, that's the Halloween event that was delayed.
Yeah, they delayed the Halloween event till January. Hilarious. What happened at Starlight Festival last year? I forgot.
I can't remember either, actually, off the top of my head.
Yeah, there was a lot of other stuff going on in the game at the time.
Yeah, like literally the launch of Endwalker.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think that's where we're going to call Final Fantasy XIV for today. I'm going to go have dinner, which I'll be restricted to ramen because I'm out of other stuff to eat. I need to get to the grocery store bad, but I think I don't have a ride there anytime soon.
So it was helping two little critters deliver presents. That was what. No, remember. I just looked at the Operation 2021 page to see what it advertised, and now John. Anyway.
We will be back here at 5:30 p.m. EST, which is in about an hour, for more Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. So tune in for that.
Yay.
That's going to be fun.
I will need to sleep instead, so I will miss that.
Aw. Well, sleep well, man. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you a little later.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Ciao for now.